I'm at the park now, earthing, grounding myself into the only place that feels comfortable right now, on the grass, barefoot. I just got the feeling to just start talking to the voice note. I guess I don't even know what I want to say. I've been talking to myself for the hour that I've been here. People need to let go of the arrogance. They need to let go of the pride. God is going to be dealing with people in such a heavier way. I don't know if it's the end times. It doesn't look apocalyptic to me in the world. But what I do know is that God's humiliation is coming full force. And those who do not pay attention and who do not drop the arrogance, who do not stop being prideful, who do not stop thinking that they're better than others and thinking that they're so smart and so special, will be humiliated in a major way. And it's gonna hurt. And it's not because God doesn't love people. It is because he loves people that he is gonna get them back to how he intended. And the humiliation is gonna hurt. Humiliation and embarrassment are like the most intense feelings because it's the greatest form of shame. And humiliation can have devastating consequences. But God is saying that's what it's going to take some people to ground and get serious about the fact that you ain't no better than nobody, and you need to focus on your purpose for why God brought you here. He is going to be humiliating people at epic proportions. It's going to be sad to see, and some people are going to turn their nose up at people, and some people are going to say, oh, I couldn't wait for that person to get exposed, or I am so glad to see that person being exposed. But even in that feeling, that is going to start the process of their humiliation coming their way, and coming their way faster, because you ain't no better than nobody. And God just wants you to be free. To be prideful and to be arrogant is the furthest from freedom, because it takes so much effort to appear a certain way. It takes so much effort to maintain an image. And a lot of people think because they're not famous, or because they're not trying to gain notoriety or be on social media, that they're not prideful and arrogant. But I'm telling you right now, everyone has an issue with pride to a certain extent. It's the greatest human flaw. And if you don't take care of it now, God is going to take care of it for you. And he's doing it out of love, because he knows that it's a burden that it was a burden that you were not meant to carry, but you've been carrying it. But also his wrath is coming because he needs his work to be done, and people are so caught up in making money. They're so caught up in being involved in relationships. They're so caught up in thinking that they're better than others, in hate and looking down on others, and thinking that they're so special because of their job title, thinking that they're so special because of their house or their car or their friends. And he's saying, no, you are literally not on this earth for any of those reasons. You are not on this earth for any of those reasons. You're on this earth to serve a purpose that God has specifically designed you for. And we get caught up in day-to-day life because, yes, we do need to survive, but we get so caught up that we start getting validated by what we think we're doing right and focusing on what we think others are doing wrong. Heed this message. God's humiliation is coming full force, and it's a spiritual process. It's not because he hates people. It's actually because he loves them. And there's things that need to get done that have not been getting done because people are in their pride bubble. Their ego shell is so strong. They just keep adding and adding to it. They're trying to go get another degree. They're trying to get a promotion. They're not being kind to other people. they're still being racist. They are still worshiping politicians. They are still not humbling themselves and giving to others. Whatever you're doing that has nothing to do with the will and the purpose of God, and it actually goes directly against his instructions of how we should conduct our lives. We should conduct our lives in love and in serving God and in humbling ourselves, so that we can have a heart posture that God can work with, so he can lead us exactly to where he wants us to go. And if you don't go to that place, if you don't stop all the fake and phoniness and pursuing things that mean nothing, it's okay to have goals. It's okay to want stability in your life. It's okay to even want to enjoy your life. But that is not what makes you important or special. And people who are doing it a different way are not less than you. We're all born sinners. We're all born into sin. God sees us all the same. And some of us, many are called, few are chosen, right? Some of us have an extra special call, and we're going to be grounded more and hurt more. And instead of getting caught up in all the malarkey around us and all the chaos and dysfunction and trauma and tragedy, we need to ground ourselves, feel our pain. Don't pretend like the pain's not there. Feel our pain, but just go to God and say, what do you want me to do? Go to God and say, what do you need me to get rid of? Because this is the time to focus on your purpose. This is not the time to get caught up in the news. This is not the time to get caught up in what the economy looks like. Adjust your life in a way that's going to make you feel more comfortable in this season. Try to get things together, but just know, if you do not start trying to figure out and find what God is calling you to do, if you don't start listening to that inner voice, listening to your gut telling you to leave the job, move cities, leave the relationship, set the boundaries, put down the drugs and alcohol, stop smoking weed, so that you can focus on what God has for you. And if you don't do it, he's going to humiliate you bad, and he's not doing it again. Like, it's going to be in our natural bodies and in our flesh, it's going to feel so painful. But our spirit is trying to come forth. So many people are so disgusted with how our world is set up in a way that so many people are struggling, and so many people cannot live a comfortable life. So many people are stressed and burnt out. People feel it collectively. Like, it's so strong. I know people right now just struggling so much. People as a collective are just so fed up, but they're maintaining that ego shell. They're maintaining the pride bubble and inflating it even more, thinking that they're better than others, thinking that they should be so fixated on themselves. Like, no, you need to start asking God, who do you want me to serve? Where do you want me to serve? What do you want me to do? Where do you want me to live? Also start focusing on your wellness. God is saying maintaining this ego shell and inflating this pride bubble is actually killing people inside. It's killing people more than we think and we realize, because a lot of us are just so used to this world being so chaotic and so much going on, that God is saying, whether you're obese or not, whether you're having chronic health conditions or not, your health is being affected, and you are going to start to see some very rapid, progressive health issues if you do not stop. Leave the toxic job. Go get another job. Go get a lesser paying job. Take care of your debt and finances. Stop buying stuff. Stop buying stupid stuff. Cook your food at home. That's another thing God is saying. Get back to natural. Okay? I love all kinds of stuff, perfumes and lotions. And I've been hearing God calling me ever since I started a garden last year. More natural, more natural. Even when I started at the beginning of this year, making my own cosmetics, or at the end of last year, or trying to figure out how to make my own cosmetics, God is just saying, strip it away. There's things of this world that I'm getting ready to burn down. And it's the humiliation, it's the humility draft. And he's going to be humiliating people. And it doesn't have to be as painful if you start now. Okay, the more you run, the more you get caught up in social media, the more you get caught up in your friend group and your in elitism and your job and your social circle. and achievements and accolades that just really don't mean anything. God is saying, I've seen your work ethic. I've seen that you've been focused and you've wanted to make a better life for yourself. But right now, I really need you to get grounded and focused on purpose, because I'm going to use everything you've been through emotionally. I'm going to use everything you've been through in your work environment, every skill that you've learned, every bit of education that you have. I'm going to use connections that you didn't think were important. I'm going to use things from a long time ago that you didn't think were important, that you thought were just behind you. I'm going to use that to elevate you. And if you don't start heeding that message and start questioning why you're doing what you're doing, start questioning why you're putting effort into this, why are you making your kids join this and this and this, because, it's for your ego as well. Stop. This is a warning that God says stop, or he will humiliate you. Okay, and he's not, again, when we think of humiliate, we think of someone antagonizing someone and trying to do something bad to them. That's not God's humiliation. God's humiliation is a very holy spiritual process where he's saying, look, all of that doesn't matter, and I need you to get back grounded. I need you to get back connected with me, because when you were first formed, you were connected with me, and then you entered this world, and slowly but surely, and sometimes even rapidly, you got further and further away from who I actually created you to be. All right, signing off.